Hello, my name's Kirsty and I'm the Take Root Project Officer at the Kent Wildlife Trust, and the aim of my job is to connect people with nature to improve their health and well-being. The 5 Ways to Wellbeing are evidence-based activities that enable us to connect with the natural world whilst also maintaining and strengthening our mental and physical well-being. These are to take notice, to learn, to connect, to be active and to give. It's difficult at the moment because we can't all engage with nature and the outside world in ways that we would like to, and I'd like to invite you on a virtual walk with me to the beach. And I'm hoping that by doing this I can demonstrate to you how you can use the 5 Ways to Wellbeing, and you may be able to take these into your next walk or your daily exercise. So be it big or small, we're going to take notice as we walk. We're going to be more present and in the moment, and this can help us connect with the natural world. We're also going to learn, and I'm taking this ID guide out with me to identify the things that we might see. By walking, we're being active, and by learning, we're keeping our brains active, and this can have positive effects to our mental and physical well-being. I also have some gloves and a bag so I can take away any litter, giving something back and leaving the place in a better state than I found it. I may also connect with my friends and family when I get home, telling them about the things that I've witnessed, and this can also have benefits to your mental and physical well-being. I've come to a small section of beach that is divided by breakwaters. It isn't a long stretch of sandy beach, but instead full of shingle that moves underfoot. The tide is on its way out, and I draw a long breath, taking in the rugged smell of salty sea. I start by noticing how I have turned the cool air I've inhaled into something warm on the exhale. And as I do exhale, I let go of the stress I have left at my computer, remembering to relax my shoulders a little. As if by instinct, I head straight for the waves that lap against the breakwater. They feel bold and heighten my senses. I take 3 more deep breaths, in through my nose and out through my mouth. These waves bringing in something new, every wave washing back the old and replenishing the beach. I stand for a moment and listen to the beckoning breeze that bore the blended odours of salt and sea right through me, and I begin scouting through the flotsam and jetsam that litters the shore. I filter through the stone and find shells, discarded homes and calcified protective shelters. Their textures are cold and soft. Some are jagged and rough, some are round, but none are the same. And I admire the way each of them can be uniquely loved. There are shells that have been discarded, and they make up a fine mosaic between the rocks. And I wonder who once lived there, and why they are now empty. I lay out some things I've found. A common mussel, its variation of colour from blue to purple, purple to pearlescent and black. I notice it's very different from the slipper limpet, which is very beige and easily recognisable from its slipper-shaped shell. This again varied from what I believe to be the common cockle. Its shell broadly oval, solid and thick. It looks as though it bears teeth, ridges that radiate out from where the hinge was once held. I've also found a mermaid's purse, its name making it something of an enchanted treasure. These purses, akin to hide and leather, are actually the egg sacs of dogfish, ray and skate, and although it might not now hold gold, as the name suggests, it feels like a treasure, for it once held life. The shingle is stable enough to support perennial vegetation, and I admire the red valerian and the alexanders, and even the ragwort, which is recognised as a common weed. I'm intrigued to find the colours I would not have associated with the beach, these purples and pinks. As the tide recedes, a new and exciting habitat begins to emerge. Seagrasses that have sat under the water for 12 hours are now exposed. I lift a few rocks and find movements from those who now inhabit the shallow water. I feel like I'm uncovering a secret of hidden worlds, as an anemone waves its tentacle as I replace the stone. Shore crabs take cover, and I finish my time at the beach watching the birds from the shore, foraging undisturbed. The waves are quiet now, and I've been more active than I expected. I've been up and down and walked around this small section of beach, found more than I expected. I've taken notice of the smaller things. Mindfully watching and engaging with nature, I've learnt more about what species live within the sea and on these shores. I have a small amount of plastic in my bag, and I'm giving something back to this beautiful space, leaving it cleaner and less polluted than when I arrived. I now feel a connection with this beach, this very small part of the world that I can use as a source of relaxation and inspiration throughout my day. Help create a Wilder Kent. Text Wilder Kent to 70470 and donate £5 today.